Family First Home Care has been in the home health industry for 7 years now, and we're one of the fastest growing home health organizations in the state of Florida. At Family First Home Care, we understand how important our patients are. We love our nurses, we love our patients. We put together a culture that is unmatched as far as the feeling of appreciation that we have for each other.
I mean, when they first told us, you're going home with a baby with these issues, we're looking at each other going, how do we do that? Our world as we knew it pretty much changed on that day.
You have a baby?
I'm Tim Bedell, this is my wife Caitlin Bedell, and then this is Lane Bedell, so a little pride and joy.
In the hospital, when I was admitted to be induced, I was told that I should not have a C-section. A C-section meant that either something bad was happening to me or something bad was happening to Lane. So when they told me that I had to have a C-section, they didn't tell us why. They just said it was pertinent that we do it right now. And we were scared. They didn't even want us to call our parents. I didn't hear anything when they pulled him out. And that scares you because you're laying there waiting for that sound, that first cry, and you don't get it.
When you have a baby, you expect you're going to hear the first cry. You get to cut his cord, the umbilical cord, you get to hold him for the first time. And we didn't get any of that. So it just gets really hard not to do the normal things when you have a child. So you don't expect it, but we know we have to get through it.
I had a C-section, so I didn't know what it felt like to have a baby because you're numb. So I was like, I've had this baby, but I don't feel like I've had a baby. It hurt me to just see him just laying there under the blue lights, lifeless. He didn't move a finger, he didn't open his eyes. There was just a machine breathing for him, and that was the only movement he had, was when the machine would push the air through his lungs. He's
had collapsed lungs from being intubated. The first time they collapsed a lung. He had pneumonia and almost died 3 times, just because with what you have going on, you can get a lot of lung issues. He has to get a shot every month for the next 6 months on top of his normal vaccines. So he's definitely been used to being poked and prodded. So when it happens at this point, he doesn't even think about it. I mean, he'll get a shot, have one tear roll down his face, and then he just starts smiling. He just knows it's over. He's just kind of like, I've had worse, so why get upset over this?
And you envision this baby, so we did have to mourn the baby that we thought we were going to bring home. We would come home, I would sit in this room and I would cry about the baby that we aren't bringing home, but the baby that we do have, we have to be happy with, and we love him more. I would never change him now.
Never. Gone back and forth with the case manager at the hospital. She tried everything she could. I applied for Medicaid 3 times, kept getting denied due to income. They said, nope, you're not getting it, you're going home without nursing. Well, I had been talking with Steven with Family First at the same time between myself, my case manager, and him. And he says, Tim, we're gonna get it figured out. He says, I need you to trust me. We're gonna work things out. He's like, even if you don't get approved, we'll figure some form of nursing. And we showed up at the house and we had nurses waiting. And I'm like, what's going on? Talked to Steven. He's like, hey, I just found out you got approved for Medicaid with Family First. I mean, Family First Home Care's been awesome. I mean, if it wasn't for dealing with them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have our awesome nurses helping us. And we'd probably be pretty lost. And if not, back in the hospital. They don't just come in here because it's a job. They love what they do, and they do it because they love these guys. And I would never change it. I would never leave Family First ever.
No. High five? No. What? High five. High five. High five. Yeah.
leadership and the team is amazing. They push education, 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 and I'm proud to be part of the preceptor program where we're training new nurses, or not new nurses, but nurses that have been in the field but don't have any trach or vent experience. And they come to the home. I'm one of the preceptors, and we train them on how to take care of little guys like this. I know that I'm giving the highest quality nursing care. In a facility I used to work and I used to scramble and not go for lunch breaks. Here I know I'm doing 100% for my one client that I have all day.
Family First has been amazing. I can't say it enough that they make sure that we had the top of the line nurses. They made sure that they understood how to care for Lane. Them coming in, I knew that they would love my son just as much as I do.
I mean, I gotta say, if it wasn't for Family First Home Care, we'd be just a wreck. So they keep everything going. So they're the glue that holds us together.
Cuteness.